forms of art we have for resilience, the better, because we don't know in which world we are going to live even next year. So we need new and new forms of resilience.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And thanks a lot. Huge acknowledgement for the dancers.
Yeah, Masiko. Is there istirahat, resting, catch breath?
Thank you, Siko. Thank you, David.
Tremendous. And now we can discuss this last part of our seminars, including new forms of resilience. And then we will have short remarks regarding the future development of this seminar.
Yeah.
So any comments or questions? I think Adrian already left us, but he left some information in the chat. And obviously it is possible to connect to Adrian by email if you have some specific questions regarding organization of this experiment. And regarding other presentations, they were very bright in this last part from Indonesia. I'm very glad that this year we had so many participants from that part of the world. So today we had presentations from 9 countries. For the seminar, it is too much, and while participants are getting ready with their questions, maybe I will start with saying that we talked and we discussed that probably starting from next year, it is worth transforming this seminar into conference, 2 days conference. The format which we discussed, which I offered, was to make 1 day for scientific presentations and the other day for workshops. But during this, during today meeting, I thought that it is also possible to make it in another format. The first day can be online and the second day can be offline.
Yeah.
Because it is quite difficult to meet in one place from so many parts of the world. Somebody will be willing to share research online. So I think it is worth keeping this online part, but also it is worth to meet offline and hold some workshops, seeing each other, touching different materials, dancing together and breathing together like butterfly hugs, anything which can help us to resist in this fragile world. So does anybody else want to tell something in the end? Anna Maria, please turn on a microphone.
I always turn out because of not creating noises in the audience. But I was just thinking if, for example, it would be difficult to organize a face-to-face event, especially for spec seminar, if there are not special funding and so on. But why not consider, for example, if there is already an interest for participating in already organized conference, like for example next year will be once again the Giornata the GIRS, no? Giornata Brasileira sulle Rappresentazioni Sociali. And the deadline for submitting proposal has been delayed 1 month. This was one of the reasons for me to have a difficulty in preparing, beside other logistic problem I have in this month. But the submission process was supposed to be closed yesterday, and they have a delay 1 month. So, and this will be again an hybrid conference. So if somebody of your network very actively in managing event could, for example, decide to, because I did that for the relaunch of the doctorate, creating a round table, proposing a round table organized in 2 sessions, for letting you know, potential applicant, even colleague from Brazil, because these GIRS, I don't know if you have never participated, are follow not only from colleague or academic, but a lot of people from applied field in education, urban planning, in health, because there is a great sensibility in Brazil for the applied value of the knowledge in real context. And also a great participation of a student at the master and doctoral level. So it is not, GIRS are not the classical conference that academics are used to follow. But this is just an example. In the field of social representation, next year, there will be also a conference in Latin America, in Colombia, Bogota, in Colombia. Probably we perceive this very far, no? But this conference will be anyway organized in a hybrid version, because it's also a question of money, funding for participating, because and for example, GIRS compare the habitual fee for international conference. For example, I don't know, surely you know the Society for Political Psychology. There are tremendous expenses. I participated more than occasion because it is an interesting society. They're very, very expensive. And so just a suggestion, because there is 1 month still for submitting proposal on through the platform. Andreia Giacomozzi is a wonderful supporter because due lack of funds, the Brazilian this year, the platform is in Portuguese, and you can submit in Portuguese or in Spanish, but we have 3 versions of all our abstract, English, Spanish, and Portuguese, that will be presented also during the conference. Just a suggestion, but the interface of the platform is Portuguese. And Andreia is a wonderful person. She is always supportive. So
I totally agree.
Yeah.
And there are many wonderful persons in social representations network, and some of them are present here. Natalia Kožakaru is a wonderful person. Risa Permanadeli is also a wonderful person.
Yeah.
I don't see from smartphone all participants who are here, who can hear me now. Yes, that is a good option to participate in the conference, which you have mentioned. But every conference has inner regulations, and they are different. And what is characteristic for this event, which attracts people, is that we are more than democratic. We don't keep hierarchy. And I think, and we are open and sharing opinions. We don't over criticize because I guess we have it more than enough where we work or where we worked. So
it's more collaboration than competition. I would summarize it that way. Usually academics are, they always look for competition rather than to enjoy when another is better than you, you should be only happy to have somebody that has, from which you have to learn something. No, this is my view, but I know that academics are sometimes le petit poutaine.
And it is cross-cultural.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes.
I consider myself a mistake of the Italian academy. Just a mistake. I don't know how I was able to make the career in this context.
You had enough skills for that. And you created a tremendous network, and it was very successful for a very long time, and you affected lives of many people, so it was worth. And what happened, it happened that it could have happened in any country. It is not only because of Italy. I'm sure it can happen everywhere. It is cross-cultural.
Cross-cultural.
I don't want to mention everything, but I would just mention that it is cross-cultural.
Yeah.
So that is why
I
want to keep this network.
Yeah, but I don't want to say that, for example, participation in GIRS should replace your event, or that you should, you know, let's say, to become conform to their own formula. Could be an additional opportunity to let many other people to know your initiative. Because although there are aficionados to social representation, it is still quite, let's say, probably you protect this formula, no? Because you are more interested in genuine relation rather than in strategic one. And I appreciate a lot this.
It is possible to have strategic part somewhere for some other initiative, and for this part, for me, it is the most important that people feel comfortable, people feel safe, and that is why people are willing to participate and willing to share.
Yeah, but with this, your inclusive attitude, you know, I imagine that your network can become a very, very worldwide. It can be transformed from a sort of family of friends in something very valuable, because I feel openness to, for example, dimension of art, dimension of technology, dimension. Look at the presentation today. No, there is a wide range of option, of method, of so also it is not. For example, social representation is one of the, but it is not an obsession. No, it's not. And I think that it deserves to be more known, this network. But also change the network each year, no? Because last year they were not the same participants. There are some aficionados, but also change. No?
Yes, everything changes, and that is also one of the issues, because for 8 years I did the largest part of organization, but this year I was honest, and I told to Risa and to Andreia that I don't want, I don't know how I will leave, and that is why I need them to do the most part of the work, and they did everything. And I acknowledge that a lot. And now when I feel that there are people who I can rely, I think that on this stage it is possible to transform seminar into conference, because I'm not alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe somebody else wants to share something in the end.
Irina. It's late here in Jakarta, so perhaps you can,
What time is it?
yes.
It's late at night, I guess. So I think it is time to acknowledge everybody for braveness to share their position and their opinion on issues which can be arbitrary, and about issues which can attract not only positive reaction in public, knowing that this video recording will be on free access on YouTube channel. I'm very grateful to all participants for efforts, and for Risa and Andreia for their organization. And the proceedings will be a bit later. Andreia will take care about that. And we will inform everybody with the link with the video recording, and later on we will send proceedings. Thank you, everybody. I think we can finish now.
Congratulations to the organizer and to the brilliant presentation. It was really, I enjoy a lot. I skipped the
for inspiration from Irina.
Yeah.
Irina, you are inspiring all of us.
Thank you, Diana. Thank you a lot. It is very important for me that everything you told, and also your participation, because I know that it can be not so easy.
I would be very pleased to receive a presentation indeed. Also some other. But
Thank
I don't
you.
know if possible. Yeah, really.
Thank you.
Very, very
Thank you to
easy.
everyone.
Oh,
Thanks.
Risa, ciao, Risa, ciao.
Ciao.
Stay safe.
Another conference in Indonesia, in Bali. Risa. A new
Next
edition in
time.
Bali.
Thank you. Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye, ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao, Natalie.
Ciao.
Ciao. Allora, come si fa qui a staccarsi?